My friend and cousin ESMineWarp invited me to play a game of devils versus angels with him. So to explain this briefly, one person is named the devil and the other is the angel. The angel tries to make a good, happy, pure story, and the devil's goal is to completely wreck the angel's story. We take turns drawing and making up scenes of the story. Our story got really crazy, and you'll have to watch to the very end to see who won, and I'm sure you'll get a lot of laughs along the way. Also, go subscribe to ESMineWarp's channel and check out his video too. This was his idea, and I couldn't have done it without him. Now on to the video. I think the devils are gonna win. That's me.
We'll see. Now. Yeah, Ducky's gonna be the devil because he's kind of funny. I think he'll screw over the story.
I'm gonna wreck it.
Oh yeah,
destroy this
it's
thing.
gonna be crazy. I think our story will start off with Sir Larry Almanzo III of Antland. Antland. Oh my gosh! So our story will start off
with a circle,
with an ant.
2 circles.
Like that. So there's our.
Looks like a worm.
There's our ant buddy. Let's give him some eyes. This is Sir Larry III of Antland. This is Larry the Ant. He is a very happy ant, and he lives in Antland. This is an ant hill. Yeah, so that's an ant hill, except it's a castle.
Okay.
So he is a knight.
He's a knight. He needs a little knight helmet.
I think that would look bad on an ant. That would look a little weird.
Okay.
But he has a sword now.
Nice.
So there's his sword. He's this ant knight is very
hungry.
You don't get to interject into my part of the story.
I get to interject into all of your story.
Okay, well, he is very profound among the rest of the ants. He's the best knight they have. And he has been...
And he got fired.
It's not your turn.
He got fired for unnecessary manslaughter. And now he's dead.
Alright, so he is... The ants are very happy with him. He has carried them through on many battles and protected their base, their home, valiantly.
Except for their home looks like it's falling to bits. Oh, he's a king now. They crowned him? Nice.
It's a crown of victory, of appreciation.
They steal it from the king? Because he's probably not too happy about that.
They really like him. He's a great knight, and he's very happy. He faithfully defends his home every single day. He's happy. Everybody's thriving. They're all having a wonderful life.
Okay. That's not color. There's color. Okay, so we gotta draw the ant again. All right, we gotta get Sir Larry back. Okay.
We can unless you're gonna make him different, we can just paste him over.
Okay, so there's a couple things. One, we need black now. Okay, let's just give him his legs back. Cool. There's his 6 legs. He lost his sword. Someone stole it. We don't quite know who. He also lost his crown. He is a very unreliable person. Ant, I guess. He has trouble walking. All 6 of his legs are in his middle part, so he's kind of off balance here. He's not great at walking now. And 2, they have no more castle. He was off on vacation one day, and it kind of just burned to the ground. In flames. They're just flames. Okay, so his castle's gone now. Everyone, like 90% of the ants there, were expecting him to come save the day, but since they didn't, most of them are dead. Okay, we'll just write a little R.I.P. Okay, you can't. It looks more like it says dip, but you know, R.I.P. They couldn't afford good graves, and then I guess their king died too, and after their king died, he was actually kind of happy because he found the king's crown and had his crown now. Okay, there we go. And now that he's happy because almost everyone else is dead except for like 3 or 4 ants that happen to survive and are off living in the hills. Here's some hills in the background. They left their house and are now just living on the hills. Okay. And they're kind of mad. They're kind of mad that their house burned down and that their knight aunt that they thought was a great guy just left them to die. Okay, and now they're up here. They have one eye because they can't afford another one. They lost it in the fire. Okay, and now you get to take it from there.
Okay. Okay, so here we have Larry. So apparently his vacation, quote unquote, was not actually a vacation as people thought. You see, his vacation was actually a secret operation. And it was just said to be a vacation by the king. Because it was a special operation. It was to burn down an enemy's ant castle. So you see, Larry was sent on this mission. And people thought it was a vacation. People thought that he was slacking off. Apparently, he was actually going to go burn down a enemy anthill. There were some scouts on a hill scouting out this castle. And they thought that Larry had burnt down their home because they took the wrong way home. And they thought that Larry had burned down their own home. And they were really, really mad at him. Until they realized that their home was still perfectly fine. And Larry, being the amazing guard that he is, an amazing soldier sent on special operations, kept his crown and was given a new sword because his crown and sword were lost in the battle. He was also given a medal for his bravery, valiance, and willingness to do what the king asks. And he lived very happily. And so now, he is happy as can be, and everything is completely fine. And the enemy ants have been vanquished. And they can live in peace now. Ducky, your turn.
Now you gotta remember something. Remember, when we thought that he had burned down his own castle, and we were mistaken. That's my bad. Now, you gotta remember, not everyone died. I said there were like 3 or 4 ants, and now these people were mad at him until they realized, yeah, this wasn't our castle. The enemy's gone. But there's like 3 or 4 ants at their castle. Let's just draw Larry up real quick. There we go. Now, Larry is now being hunted by those 3 or 4 ants who were living in this castle that is now ash. There's no castle there, but he's got his home castle, and now he's put everyone here in danger because, you know, he's living here. And now the ants from this castle that's no longer there are coming after him. So, Larry decides to, okay, I'm just going to hide in our castle. Okay, so I'm going to actually erase this castle because he's in it now. Let's erase that mound too. So he's now in his castle, right? There, he's having a fun time in the courtyard, trying to avoid these angry ants that want to kill him. Dancing with his friends, his family, all these other ants. These ants are all happy, right? Okay. Here's another happy ant right here. Give him some legs. Some of these ants are kind of disfigured. The entire community has some disabled ants. And this guy's got a long leg. We can't really do anything about him. Okay, well, that's not supposed to be there. Okay, but then the next thing you know, there's this guy right here. This guy is looking up at him, and he's not so happy. He's like, he's got his antlers, so these guys have their antennae. Okay. Wow, he looks mad now. Like, I don't know why he looks so mad, but this guy is actually mad, and he's like, okay, I am going to really get rid of this guy. So this guy, since he's mad, he's got his sword, right? He's got his sword. Okay, let's just draw his sword. And Larry, just for confirmation, just left his sword at home because he's out partying with his people in the courtyard. On the dance floor, they got their little disco ball up here. Looks more like a basketball, but you know, they're low budget. They just burned down the castle. I can talk. They just spent all their money on those bombs and explosives. So they have a low-key disco ball. Now, his sword is back at home in his house. He's got a little house in the castle. Okay, there we go. There's his little house. His sword here. That's not an H.
Use the pen.
I could. I'm not going to. There, sword here. He has no sword. Okay, so this guy throws his sword at Larry, but he sadly misses, and instead, it goes up, hits the disco ball. The sword's now up here because it hit the disco ball, like right where it was hanging, knocks the disco ball down, and hits Larry right on the head. Larry has a serious concussion at this point, and he goes to the hospital, and ESMineWarp can take it from there.
Oh boy. Alright, so Larry is in the hospital. He doesn't feel very good. Let me add. He's really tired. Okay. Got this. He has a bandage on his head because he got hit in the head by a disco ball. Alright, so Larry's in the hospital. He's got a bandage on his head. He doesn't feel very good. His legs are still here. He's kind of got his legs curled up. He doesn't feel super great.
Oh, great. So now he's a spider the way he's
For those of you who don't know, Ducky is terrified of spiders.
At this point, everyone who comes to my streams knows that.
He's in a hospital bed. And they've got like all the hospital stuff, bunch of tables.
They look like pillows. Maybe he needs more pillows. Oh, okay, they're tables.
Here he is. They've got all the random stuff on the tables. I don't even know. Just I've never really had to go to the hospital when I've been conscious. Obviously, I've never had to.
They've got drugs and needles.
I've never had to stay in a hospital.
I've never even been to a hospital, except for when I was born. I haven't ever broken anything.
Yeah, here he got hit in the head by a disco ball. He got a concussion, as Ducky said. I was hoping to be able to say something like, "Well, he didn't really get hurt that badly," but Ducky did say he got a concussion. So he did get a concussion. Really bad concussion. But he's in the hospital. His family is there. They're being really nice to him. They gave him some flowers.
My brother came to the hospital and gave me flowers. I'd be kind of creeped out.
Well, this is his family and friends.
Well, yeah. His girlfriend.
Probably, yeah.
Is that his girlfriend?
Sure.
Okay. Keep that in mind. That's his girlfriend right there.
There. So he's got some flowers. And, you know, his family just, you know, makes him really happy. He's really happy to see them. He's really glad that they're there for him, and he's also happy that they're paying his medical bills for him.
Because he's broke. He's a knight that don't get paid squat.
Yeah, he's happy. The doctors say he'll be ready. He'll be back on his feet in a few days. So, you know, then he gets moved back into his house. There's no more tables because they're not in the hospital anymore. But yeah, that's it.
And they're back.
Let me figure out which layer the tables are on so I can erase them. Alright, so the tables are gone. He's out of the hospital. He's back in his house.
His girlfriend's shut outside.
I'll probably get rid of that
She
too.
left.
I'll probably just put her back inside.
And now everything is miniature.
Sorry, let me...
Now we're to real life size ants. Good luck
Where?
drawing this though.
So, the only table that he has is his nightstand. It's got a lamp on it. It's got some pills. he's back in his house. He's recovering. He's happy. I figure there's not much more I can do except get him better. I don't want to do too much in one run, or the devil is going to be kind of mad that he doesn't get to.
No, I'm not gonna be mad. You're just giving me plenty of stuff to work with. But I already have my plan, so whatever you do, it'd be wrecked anyways.
Well, Ducky, here you go. He's recovering. He's better. You know what? We'll say he's better.
All right. So Larry is feeling better. Okay, so Larry, he's going out for a walk. Let's give him some decent eyes. Okay, there's Larry. Walking. He's been eating a lot. He's gotten a bit larger. Okay. Okay, let's give him. There's his legs. Okay, so Larry's going out for a walk. He's headed back to the castle. He's ready. He's ready to do more service for the king. Okay, he's got his little sword here. He brought it to his house outside the king's orders. Like, the king didn't want him bringing a sword to his own house, even though he's a knight. The king does not think. The king thinks that Larry wants to try to take over the throne, if you know what I'm getting at. So the king's not always okay with Larry walking around with swords everywhere. Now, Larry, little thing you didn't know about Larry, Larry's kind of crazy sometimes. He gets just like moments where he forgets where he's at, forgets what he's doing. And he was having one of these moments. He looked at his sword. He thought it was a dart and that there was a dartboard out in the distance. That was not a dartboard.
Oh, no.
This is not a dartboard. This is, in fact, his girlfriend, who is quite happy. But he decided to wreck that, and he took a sword. Okay, so he's got his sword now, and he just goes and stabs his girlfriend, thinking she was a dartboard. Now, the next thing his mind goes to, if we can get back to the brush here, he's got a thought process, right? His giant thought bubble. Okay. Thought bubble. I got 100. He's very happy. He thought he just hit a bullseye. He won. Okay. Little did he know his girlfriend is no longer in the picture. Okay. And
she's dead. I can't bring her back.
Yeah, she's been stabbed through the heart.
I was really hoping I could be like, it didn't hit her very hard.
It didn't hit her that hard. It just went straight through her. Okay. One, I don't know why people are giving these ants swords in the first place, but he's very happy. So he goes home. He goes home back to his house, right? To tell his mom. Don't know why he's still living with his mom. Larry's got many issues here, okay? So he decides to go around back home to tell his mom that he just got a bullseye on his girlfriend. And ESMineWarp can take it from here.
I am. I'm concerned at your mental okayness. Okay, guys. So we need. Let's think about something real quick, Ducky. I'll let you decide this. So,
okay.
Am I working for the good of Larry or for the good of or for the good of the story overall?
the story. The good of the story.
Okay.
The whole idea, I think, is to try to make Larry good, but not sure how you're gonna redeem him here. If that's the goal.
Well, if it's for the good of the story,
but yeah, overall the good of the story. The story.
Here's what I'm gonna have to do. I don't know how attached we are to Larry at this point. I'm not super attached, but
after all he's done, I was on his side, but that Knight Medal of Honor is going down the drain.
So this, let me do black. This is the mental instinct.
Wait, did his mom find out then?
Yeah. Okay. Let me start that over. That was okay. This is the mental institution. It's very big, but it is the mental institution for ants. I don't know why I made it look like a human building, but who cares?
The ants have gotten more constructive over the...
Yeah, they figured out how to turn their spit sand pieces into bricks. Well, so Larry here has been well. So he went to go tell his mom that he got a bullseye, and he showed her, and she realized that that was his girlfriend, and she realized that she had been figuring this out for years, but he's crazy. Okay, she finally realized it and finally said, "Okay, this has got to end." So here's Larry. He's in the mental institution. This is where he's going to spend the rest of his life. Hopefully they won't treat him too bad. So here's his mom walking away after putting him in there. She didn't want to put her son in there, but she had to for the good of everyone else. I know I'm the angel and I'm supposed to be, helping. We decided that it's for the good. I'm helping everybody by putting Larry in this mental institution. His girlfriend is dead. There's nothing I can do about that. But the only thing I can say is that she is living very happily in ant heaven. She's living happily in ant heaven. She's okay. Larry's in the mental institution. But everybody else is thriving. The town is great. They lost their best knight, but they'll be okay. We hope.
I love how they keep the mental institution outside of the castle area. They don't want anything to do with anyone in there.
Yeah. But they'll be okay. We hope.
Larry's mom goes back. She has a normal life. She no longer has her son. She visits him every now and then. But, she can't be there all the time because he's going to start driving her quite crazy. But his mental, haps aren't permanent. They're only occasional. So most of the time he's actually normal. But it's just those mental haps are so bad that he just cannot be out of that mental hospital. But he is tired. He's tired, man, of being stuck in here. He's tired of this garbage place where they feed him jelly beans for lunch and chicken nuggets for dinner. He loves chicken nuggets, but he's an ant and can only take so much. Okay, so he decides to go on a walk one day. Yeah, so Larry decided to go on a walk when everyone working here was not looking. So he's not supposed to be out here, okay? And then, here, let's draw Larry. He's happy that he escaped. He plans on running away, okay? He plans on running away. But one of the ants working at the mental hospital sees him and calls the police. The police are coming up in their trusty car, and they're zooming, man. They're zooming from the castle to catch this crazy guy. But they run into a giant tree. You gotta remember how big trees are. They run into a tree and catch. Hold on. Let's do this better. The police run to a tree and catch fire. And the tree burns up too. There's pretty much nothing left of any of them. The person over here is still not happy. The fire spreads to the hospital. They all burn down too. And then, if you thought things couldn't get worse, no, the fire keeps spreading. There goes their castle this time. And no, we're not mistaken. This was their castle. But his mom is scared to death. She was living in that castle, you remember. So she jumps out. So she's up here. His mom, there goes some of her legs. Oh well. Jumps out. And then splat. Yeah, she wasn't thinking very well. So now that his mom's gone, it's just him. She's no longer in the picture, and everyone else in the castle is pretty much gone. But he is still happy. He's still happy because he's free from that dreaded place. So if we could just get him real quick, he's going and walking. He's walking away, and he gets to about here. Looks up at the castle. He's like, "Eat that, losers! That's what you get for locking me in a mental hospital." But then the thing that you could have expected happened. My name is JDucky1, and I love ducks. And ducks like eating ants. So here is my duck right here. He is had enough of Larry. He is eating Larry. He's like, okay, I've had enough of you. And then he grabs Larry. There's his wings. He's flying down. Meow, full speed. Boom. There's his webbed feet. That looks like a human leg. Ignore that. He eats Larry. The duck. Good news about the duck. The duck. He's got a bit of fire on him. Don't worry about that. He'll be all right. He just flies away happily ever after, and Larry's gone. And that's the end of the story, folks. That's the duck's the duck's the savior. The duck did it all.
Get out of the chair.
Destroy Larry. Yes.
One more frame. One more frame.
Okay, one more frame. But just remember,
one more frame.
Larry's dead. The duck essentially
Larry's
won.
Dead. Larry's dead. The duck won. So this previously mentioned Ant Heaven. Larry is dead. There's nothing I can do about that. There was nothing I can do when his girlfriend died. There was nothing I could do when his mom died. But there is an amazing place called Heaven. This is where all ants go when they die. Here is Heaven. So let me draw like a cloud, like some golden pillars. That is a very bad golden pillar. Larry and his family are all here. Everybody died. Let's face it, everybody died in the fire. So, Larry and his family are all back where they're supposed to. Are all in heaven. And they're all really happy to see each other. His girlfriend is even happy to see Larry after he kills her. Because she knows that he was not mentally okay in that world. And she knows that he is fine now.
Oh my. Their eyes are rather wonky. And which one's Larry?
How about this one? This one's Larry.
Larry. Okay.
And then, obviously everybody died, so everything is just in heaven.
The castle?
The castle and everybody else. Castle's here too. Everybody's just super happy. They're all having a great time in heaven. And they're all gonna live peacefully ever after.
I don't like this.
Even the duck lives happily ever after, eating dead ants to his heart's content.
In heaven?
On Earth. That's why he's just in the background on Earth.
Oh, got it. He's flying. Okay.
So everybody lives happily ever after in heaven. And as you can see, I totally didn't just forget to add this, and this is just something I'm adding on now. But as you can see, the castle has no gates because it is safe in heaven.
I have one more thing to add because the angel started it. The devil gets to end this. Okay, get out of my seat. No. Get out of my seat. The final thing of all this is Larry, even though he may be in Ant Heaven, is still kind of senile. So he everything's kind of messed up here. Larry wants his revenge on this stupid duck. He's up in heaven. He shouldn't feel the need for revenge, but he does, because he does not like that duck, because it ate him, and he does not appreciate that. So Larry being the yellow ant now that he is, don't ask why, he just decided to be yellow. He decided to take it another level, and he brought his sword to heaven. Don't know why he did that, and he sees that duck, me, essentially, J Ducky 1, the duck. Hello. That's my bill. Okay. Yeah, he sees me down on Earth, and he is not happy with me because, the duck ate him. So he takes his knife from, actually, here, let's specify one more thing. From up in heaven. Okay, he's on this cloud, and he takes his knife. Not a happy ant. We're not taking this.
Just click the knife and it'll select the whole thing.
Oh. And he takes his knife, throws it out of heaven, misses the duck by a centimeter. Okay? Because the duck's the hero of the story. Why would he die? And then here's the funniest part. The ant god. Don't know why he saw this. He's like, what did you just do? Throwing knives at people not on heaven, or in this case, birds. So he decides to take Larry and kicks him out of heaven. And we all know where he went. Goodbye, Larry. This is right here. This is heaven. And this is not heaven. And that's the end of Larry the Ant.
I've got to do one last try.
No, you don't, because the devil ends this and we win.
Just as like the end.
Thank you all for watching.
This isn't gonna be like for the actual. All right, Ducky, I gotta hand it to you. Here you go. I drew this for you. You win.
I won. I'm the champion.
All right. Well, thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed that.
That was awesome.
Yeah, that was fun.
This is a really good drawing, by the way.
Thank you.
And that's it. Again, be sure to go check out ESMineWarp's channel. And also, feel free to subscribe here if you enjoyed the video. Take care.